Hey guys, so I just want to welcome you to TAIGA version 2.5. I know a lot of you have probably seen our original version of TAIGA. So what is TAIGA? TAIGA is the AI governance, oversight and evidence platform. It is where we run all of our audits. We do our, shadow AI. All our automations are run through TAIGA. We do our registry scanning through TAIGA. Our frameworks are built out and implemented through TAIGA. We've got our evidence vault in TAIGA. We've got the AI gateway, the assurance queue, the govern inventory, and we'll go through all of these things in this video today. But the first thing and most important thing that I want to go through is how to audit. Right, because a lot of people out there are not, they do not have an understanding of how to implement a governance audit or an AI audit for companies. And today, that's what this video is mainly going to be about. I will be creating a series about TAIGA and what TAIGA actually does. So if you guys want to know more and want to get involved with what we're doing with the TAIGA platform, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'm just going to be posting loads of videos in regards to live work that we're going to be using TAIGA to do our audits for companies. So we're going to be doing these in live sessions, and we're also going to be doing these through our webinars that we're going to be hosting. So make sure you follow me on all platforms so you can find out when we will be dropping these webinars. We should be generally doing a webinar at least once a week. So if you join those webinars, we'll be covering a lot of topics in terms of our career pathways, how to get into AI governance consulting, how to use our software, and how to essentially implement all our processes that we use here at the AI Integrity Group to help you do your governance work to the best of your ability. So the first thing I want to talk about today is going to be essentially our registry scanner. So let me just break down a little bit of what this app does. So as it shows here, select your operational AI pathway. How is your organization currently deploying artificial intelligence? Unblock deployment bottlenecks. Select your scenario below to focus TAIGA's governance, safety, and human in the loop assurance engines on your explicit business needs. So here you can pick a scenario for whatever situation that you may be facing within your business. So for here, we've got an example. We use ChatGPT, Copilot, or Gemini internally. You can click on this to manage employee usage boundaries, map safety controls and classify risks, and build human review queues. The second example is we are building our own AI system. So this allows you to stress test the model files, simulate jailbreak prompt injections, monitor AI inputs and outputs, and certified code integrations, right? And then the third scenario here is we need AI governance readiness review. So you can scan corporate records against the EU AI Act, map gaps across reference registry files, and generate audit-ready evidence packs for leadership, procurement, customers, and assurance reviews. So this is one of the things we're going to be going through today. We're going to be going through a governance readiness review. And then, like I said, we're going to be doing loads more videos like this, guys, basically breaking down how to use the TAIGA software, how to automate your governance and essentially, like I said, how to deploy AI with transparency, accountability, and honesty. So we'll go straight into this scenario, right? And it will take us here, tailored recipe, TAIGA compliance portfolio. You can open the handbook to find out more information, or you can go straight to the scan registry. And this is the registry scanner, TAIGA Registry Auditor. So I'm going to run a live audit for you today, guys, so you can actually see how this works. And we are going to be looking at a big company that we all know. So we type in OpenAI in here, and then the corporate domain, we can go and find that. Here we go. So chatgpt.com will have to do for now, guys. And we go straight back to the auditor. We add the corporate domain. What industry shall we say they're in? General enterprise software. Yep, we'll add UK companies house. And then we just go straight into doing a crawl. And then here we go. It shows us exactly what it's doing. Validating EU AI risk, consolidating ingested pillars, applying TAIGA governance protocols, and now it's synthesizing the compliance gap reports and structuring operational remediation lists. So once the lists come up, it will basically tell us exactly what we need to do for OpenAI or ChatGPT, and then we can actually start analyzing the report and sending over a report to one of the team at ChatGPT so they can have a look at the report, get back to us. If they need any more support, then we can initiate a phone call or a Zoom call with them and essentially basically do a discovery session where we find out as much information about their AI governance at the present moment and try and support them as much as possible. So this may take about 2, 3, sometimes up to even 5 minutes to, depending how big the company is, how many registry records it has to go through. And then once it's put all of this information together, it gives us an amazing report that basically breaks down everything that we need to essentially do our discovery call and find out more information about exactly what needs to be tackled in terms of AI governance to prevent any sorts of fines for the company. Obviously, ChatGPT is also based in America, so we'll also be looking at NIST RMF laws and regulations, just to make sure that everything aligns and that the company is not exposed to any sort of regulations or laws that we may not have looked at or we may have bypassed. Okay, guys, so we finally got a result. Yeah, so the official trade name, OpenAI, the web domain host, ChatGPT, market classification, general enterprise software, and here we go. So an analysis of OpenAI's governance footprint across SEC disclosures, EU, high-risk registries, and public declarations reveals a sophisticated internal safety culture that struggles with external auditability and transparency. While the organization pioneeringly implements safety evaluations and reinforcement learning from human feedback, there exists a profound structural tension between rapid deployment and verifiable compliance under the TAIGA framework. Significant gaps remain in the public model lineage, human-in-the-loop escalation paths for downstream enterprise API usage, and localized demographic parity metrics to establish true alignment with emerging global standards. The enterprise must transition from discretionary internal safety checks to verifiable, automated, and publicly audited governance as code structures. Right. So at the present moment, we can clearly see here that the integrity score is 72, and we will have a closer look at this and break it all down. So as you can see here, it gives us pillar evaluation breakdown based on my 4-pillar methodology, which is architectural integrity and infrastructure mapping, human-in-the-loop oversight and escalation frameworks, risk mitigation and ethical safeguarding protocols, practical scaling and governance as code integration, and then it also gives us our prioritized director remediation list. So these are the things that we take to the director and say, these are the things we need to prioritize at the moment in terms of remediation of any of the issues that the company might potentially be facing. So yeah, we'll read through all of this when we go through the report. But yeah, this is the full breakdown. You also get an AI maturity scoring model methodology here, which breaks down the maturity of the company and the required regulatory disclaimer here for compliance score, which breaks down that the compliance score indicates operational governance maturity and evidence readiness. They're calculated based on registered evidence records and do not constitute formal legal certification, right? So that is definitely going to be useful for the company, breaking all of this down to them in terms of the registry gaps found and the TAIGA actionable remediation pathway that you need to take. So everything is here for the company, and we can even get a downloadable audit report. Once the audit report has downloaded, we can actually go and see it here. So TAIGA compliance report, and here we go. It shows us a full report of the exact situation for OpenAI at the current moment, and it breaks everything down. report, gives us a date, Ashma source, 4-pillar AI governance methodology, company audited OpenAI, industry, domain searched, so gives us the executive summary, everything that you saw on the main page. It basically reproduces this as a PDF that you can send to the company as an email. You can get sent to the company's CTO via LinkedIn, via Upwork. You can email directly to the company as well, to their CTO, whoever you feel is the decision maker within the company, just to let them know that this is their current situation based on our standards. They have a 72 out of 100 compliance rating, which obviously any company would want to improve that, and they would want to know exactly which areas are actionable. So these are the required actionable remediations that they'll need to take on. The first one would be establishing an automated cryptographically signed model registry ledger tracking all we need to get these reports fixed because it's not showing us the full report here, obviously, and we would want to see that. So we'll go back to the app, and it still gives us everything in the report here, as you can see. So we would have a architectural integrity and infrastructure mapping, which is the first pillar. And we would look at this. The registry gaps that were found were incomplete public mapping of multi-tenant orchestration layers and real-time infrastructure logs to external auditor frameworks, lack of standardized continuous model lineage tracking spanning from synthetic pre-training mixtures to fine-tuning checkpoints in public registry disclosures. And then it would also explain the TAIGA Actionable Remediation pathway, establish an automated cryptographically signed model registry ledger tracking all pre-trained fine-tuning and reinforcement learning checkpoints, expose real-time telemetry validation APIs to authorize external auditors to verify architectural isolation and enterprise data boundaries. So like I said, this is all very technical stuff, guys. We could end up on this video for hours and hours just going through all of these different things, but I just wanted to show you an audit today, show you how the system crawls and does a deep audit on companies, breaking down everything you need to know in regards to what they need to resolve in their AI governance processes. So this app is available for all our students and anyone who's connected to the AI integrity group, anyone who's done our certification, anyone who's on our career path. So like I said before, like, comment, and subscribe, guys, if you're not already. So you can get more of these videos, get more information and knowledge on exactly what we're trying to do at the AI Integrity Group to help companies, and exactly what we are doing at the AI Integrity Group to help companies. So thank you for your time today, guys. I look forward to doing another one of these audits for you very, very soon and posting it up so that we can keep on going through this. I want to create a series out of this where literally, hopefully on a daily basis, I will be producing audits for you for different companies in different spaces, so you guys can have an idea of how we're dealing and solving problems for these companies.